So the next thing we're going to do with regard to the inspection is we're going to bring our contractor in to give an estimate of all the repairs. I don't leave it up to me because I'm not a professional contractor. By now I can kind of eye up and give a rough estimate of how much these repairs are going to cost. But when that's done by a licensed and insured contractor that's either going to do the work for me or at least just give me that estimate, there's no debate on how much that costs. If it can hold up in court, there's no he said, she said, or this estimate is ridiculous or that estimate is ridiculous. It doesn't matter. That's what a licensed and insured contractor says it's worth. So if I have to go to court, I can present that to a judge, and I can present that along with all the other documentation they were provided for, and make sure that, again, our backs are covered in that worst case scenario. So I don't want to, make this into a 4-alarm fire video, but I always work prepare for the worst and then work for the best is how I do these things. So if I were to end up in court, I want to make sure that all my paperwork is clean and I've done my due diligence, and there's no doubt on what was expected of the tenant while they were living there and when they leave there. That's why we do all these things so clinically. But also it's going to give me an idea of how much it's going to take for me to get this property up to market. And I'm not one of those landlords that likes to take somebody's money or is looking for someone to screw up so I can take their money. I mean, I want everybody to get their security deposit back, so I'm pretty lenient when it comes to these things. But we want to make sure that I'm not getting screwed or you're not getting screwed, by the lease, because you have a big heart and it's ultimately going to cost you a bunch of money to get the property back in the condition that it needs to be. So that inspection with the contractor is really important, and that way they know how much money they're getting back, and how much it's going to cost for you to fix the property. So if you're not sure about how much these things cost, just rely on a professional. And if you don't have anybody, then you can just research, or you can reach out to me and I can give you a couple suggestions of contractors that can do that work for you.